All right, John Cox, man, little tougher day for you today. Just kind of walk me through it, because I didn't want to say a lot of people were thinking this could happen, but I mean, limited water back there. It was a possibility that the fish were going to run out.
Yeah, you know, I was hoping it was like the winning spot. You know, like one of them spots where like you're just fishing and they just keep coming, you keep catching them. But it wasn't. You know, I fished really well the first 2 days, and I honestly think I caught mostly the good ones that were in there. And so, yeah, I mean, I struggled today, but I had to go back because I had to know, you know, I had to go, you know, I wanted to make sure that wasn't the spot. You know, you don't want to leave the winning spot. But, you know, I'm happy that I got them 5 because I struggled the rest of the day. But I'm excited about tomorrow. You know, I'm going to go to a new hole. I'm going to just probably stay in there all day and just fish it hard and see what happens.
You mentioned on the first day when you caught your big bag, the bait you saw in there, whether it was skipjacks, bluegills, I mean, all kinds of stuff. Has that existed at all the last 2 days?
No, it's been dead. And I don't know if they're like leaving, and then, you know, it might, you know, that place never had any like motors and stuff running through it, and it's shallow, and all of us going in, coming out, going in, you know, other people going in and out. You know, I don't know. I think they just kind of they're a little spooked, you know.
Well, you also had another area you mentioned yesterday that you found in practice. You saw them swimming around. You didn't actually stick any of them. Talk to me about that, please, because it sounded a little hairy to get into.
Yeah, I had this other hole. You know, it was really shallow out in front. I could barely get my crest liner over it, and I had to push pole in. And I was super excited about that hole. I honestly thought that hole was better than the one I was fishing in. Oh, wow. And but I got there today when things got tough and realized the water came up, and I was like, well, it's okay. You know, got back there no problem, but just never got a bite. I don't know if they all swam out or what happened. It might have just got too hot back there, you know.
Well, oh, sorry.
No, but yeah. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Well, I was going to say, final thing, man. You did this on Hartwell. You threw a curveball on the final day. You went to a spot that you didn't even mess with throughout the tournament. You just went all in, and it worked out. It seems like you're fishing with a lot of confidence this year, which is really cool to see. I mean, like, when a guy gets dialed in like you are, it just kind of rolls. Do you kind of reflect on that a little bit, that Hartwell thing, and does that give you more confidence to just scrap everything and go do something else?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of, you know, I don't want to throw and not feel like I'm going to catch anything, you know, and I'm at that point right now with the areas I've been fishing, so I want to go somewhere where I feel like I'm going to catch one every time I throw.
Well, it makes sense. You get you a little Bojangles in the morning, too?
Yeah, I'll give me some Bojangles in the morning and get out there and get ready to go.
Well, man, get after them tomorrow. Good luck, John.
Thanks, man.
Todd Otten, man, another fantastic day for you today. And really, after day one, man, you have turned the table dramatically. Tell me about it.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny, but I found this one school of fish place, and you know, I had an early number the first day, so I run up there to it. It's, you know, it's up the other way towards the dam, and got there, nobody's there. They're schooling. You know, catch me 3 pretty good ones, and then it's like, you know, they kind of just quit. So I left there, you know, about 9:30, scratching my head, and started running some of the creek stuff, and caught me one more good one, lost a pretty good one, and, you know, then run out of time. But the next day I had a later number, so Bill Chapman, I know he was fishing the same place, so I just elected not to go, and went down the lake, kind of just practicing, you know, and some like history I had down the lake on some places. So I got in some of those places and found one that had you know, a lot of keeper size fish in there. Finished off my limit and running back in another little creek and caught a 6-pounder. You know, that makes your day right there.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, and then today was you know, run back to the limit spot, and the big ones were biting. I mean, the weather was set up just right for, you know, some top water and some moving baits. So I think that had the fish biting, the bigger fish, and I caught me 5 out of there, pretty decent ones, and got out of there about 12 o'clock. So, you know, just went practicing the rest of the day.
All right. Well, I know I followed you for a little bit today. Jody followed you yesterday, and both of us were talking that it seems like the stuff you're doing is very Todd Otten. It's very something I would expect from you. But it's interesting that you seem to, no matter you run new water, but you're catching good fish. You know, like when you come across it, is it a pattern thing, or is it you're just getting in the right area at the right time?
Well, I think it's kind of an area deal. You know, the water temperature and stuff's got a lot to do with it, but you got to have the areas that's got the bait in there, and those fish are roaming around eating, and every once in a while pull up on a piece of wood or something, and that's how you catch them. You know, you can't really catch them schooling, so you have to just grind them out and keep fishing around, and you'll catch them. You just have to be patient.
I noticed you have a rotation of baits. We won't dive into that yet. But are you going through an area with one and then turn around and fish the same bait through, or is it kind of once you go through an area, it's toast, move on to the next thing?
No, I'm fishing everything with like one bait, and then I'll go back through with another. Okay. And you know, sometimes I'll switch it up if I feel like, well, you know, I'm not getting bit now and the sun come out, so I'll go something a little slower, you know. So it's just trying to fish the conditions at the moment, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Today it works, so you know, we'll have to see tomorrow. You know, I might have ground them all out of there today, so we're just going to go tomorrow and go back in there and see what happens.
Well, I left you late this afternoon, and you talked about going practicing. Did you find anything interesting in that run?
I went to a new spot, and I caught 2 keepers, which, you know, didn't help me any. But I did find one little place that's real close to here, but it may be just a place to stop on when I come back. I lost a 2.5 pounder, so that would have helped me a little bit. I had one, you know, probably 2 pounder, but it's probably my smallest fish today, I hope.
Well, Todd, you've done a fantastic job the last 2 days. And, man, you got one more day to get after them. You've been building up each day. And good luck to you, Todd.
Thank you very much.